touching us and holding us, keeping us through the divine holy counsel, you know. Try not to move around, man, but we gonna reset the habit, bro. Talking about some FBA shit. Huh? Niggas done came up with a name for yourself now. I thought it was Ninja. Goose, I thought it was nigga, what the fuck is y'all, nigga? Huh? We FBA now? What the hell that mean? Forever Black Association, nigga. Stop making fun of poking it down, but that's what, you know, people are in their narcissism. So, you know, what they gonna do? They gonna gaslight, they gonna smear campaign niggas and shit. Uh-oh, I'm drawing people in. They're like, oh, the niggas wanna take their ball and leave the court now. Ain't down there, take your ball. I ain't want your ball anyway. But man, give us back all our inventions too, man. Oh, you Indian gambler? Nah, I'm playing. We love people in the world, man. As you can see, we everybody. We was able to be punched on by everybody and shit. Narcissistic personality disorder of their own country. They don't even want to go back to their own country and shit. They like, nigga, oh yeah, I want to stay where the niggas at, man. They came and made the country great. Picking cotton and shit, making all these millions of dollars and shit for these months. You know what I'm saying? They still got, you know, 18 something, man. I'm 17. His polo still run for everybody and shit. They're like, what you doing? You gonna give him the border too, nigga? Fuck you, nigga. What we do? What the fuck we do? Nigga, we come to the store every time. We may be short some change, but shit, I know you can look out for us. Damn, we come all the goddamn time. Raising our blood pressure up and shit, fucking with your ass. Man, the hell? Eating the food that we showed y'all how to cook and shit. And we coming back and like, yeah, I like it seasoned just right. Since they won't let us have no business and shit, we gotta show Habib and them and shit how to cook the goddamn fish. Like, nah, nigga, you gotta put some cornmeal and some lemon on that motherfucker, man. A little bit of salt and pepper, man. You don't need too much shit on there. And that's it. And make sure it stay golden brown like the skin. Damn. That's pretty much what it is. But you know, they be mad, man. You know, it's kind of sad. It's sad, you know, because it's like the entitlement issue. I can only relate it to the cluster B personality disorder. It's an entitlement issue. You know, meaning that it's not really theirs, but it's like, you know, to the treatment, niggas ain't shit, da-da-da-da. But now it's starting to see. It's coming up. It's something y'all gonna have to bear with a little bit. Hey, y'all, what's happening? Peace, peace. So, man, I just, you know, see? Hey, see that button pusher in the back scrambling. They're like, can't let them get too much up in there. Hey, y'all, peace. Let me know where y'all hitting up from. It seems like y'all hitting up from around the world. We're talking about America, you know what I'm saying? Niggas in America who love everyone from around the world, man. We love you. We love you. You know, especially ones who ain't been in America, that's been painted a bad picture about the American black man or the nigga, the FBA, the foundational American. Yo, it's actually fun. It's a time where, you know, the evil or whatnot of the world, the powers that were, is towards an end. You know, when everybody knows when there's wickedness in the play, ain't nobody happy. But when we got righteousness going on, oh man, we all happy in this motherfucker. Just tweeting this shit. What's up, man? He ain't over here thinking about a switch. What's up with this nigga? You see this nigga right here? What's up, Swift? Swift want to get the big piece. You see that little nigga? He want to get the big piece. Man, hold up. You know, so they always gonna try to, you know, lower your vibration so you can stay not trying to elevate yourself and just health, wealth, and prosperity. You know, it's hard to do if you're eating the wrong foods and you know you're not celebrating for a certain season. And I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be really hard to do. It's gonna be pretty hard to do because your mind is not gonna be as sharp as you think it is. Hey now, hey, what's happening? You know, our mind is not gonna be as I want to say the name, yo. So you gotta please forgive me. I know it say 575. What's happening? And you know, I don't know, that was, pardon me. But love in the highest, like we in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? We got brother, family. I'm uncle to some, brother to most. You know. So yeah, man. Look at the thug. Wanna go to the big piece? Look at Swift right here. What's up, Swift? What's happening? He's like, you better go ahead and give me a, hold up, man, hold up. He said, I'm gone, nigga. I was like, uh-oh, here come the helicopters, They felt the vibration shift and shit, you know what I mean? Like, uh-oh. He online now. We're talking about this FBA. Shout out to all the individuals who understand the science of that. Just basically just showing that, you know, people have been trying to give us and name us every goddamn thing in the world. You know, we've been named and reclassified over and over again from Negro, black, color, all this stuff. You know, my mom used to be like, man, my birth certificate says black. I'm like, yeah, damn. You know, my granddad used to tell me, mine says nigga. I was like, nah. He was funny with the shit. We all from Mississippi, so we had a sense of humor and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, what my granddaddy sure did let me know, though, he worked around the whole United States on the railroad, coming up in the 20s and 30s, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyhow, I got some people coming around me now. Oh, man, they see this naga over here, this copper colored naga glistening in the sun. I got some ones over there. They gonna look over here and be like, I didn't know there was going to be I ain't seen it on the brochure. I probably wasn't going to be on Eggers on here. They see one over here feeding birds and shit. I'll see that at all places of the world. It's fucking crazy. Alright, so anyhow, motherfuckers really are loving and shit. Yeah, we ain't trying to tame no tigers. We can say what's up to the tigers. They all free anyway. I ain't taming them. This is what they come to by, you know, will. See, that nigga laying right there by Will, like, what up, nigga? You know, that's pretty much what he said. Like, yo, what up, nigga? You up here? What you doing? He ain't seen me in a while. He's a different one. He ain't even come through. You know, he wasn't over here. He's looking like, nigga, who you talking to? Look, like, who you talking to, man? That's pretty much spirit work, you know what I'm saying? We're doing spirit work. You know how niggas do. You know, we talk to people around animals and shit. We told everybody else was eating them up. We're like, hold on, man. Don't eat them. Everybody talking about, hey, man, nah, they look good. I guess they edible. Like, nah, don't do that shit. We don't eat animals right, man. They're spirits. They learning how to, you know, evolve to their next spiritual life plane. So, yeah, man. Now the reasons why, you know, FBA pretty much, just being, you know, why it matters to, you know, be separate from a narcissistic entity and sociopathic proven entity that you were surrounded by, who gaslighted and projected all their weak insecurities on us, as far as like also with murder, death, kills, and everything that's involved that you're not even supposed to do with a natural Homo sapien type shit, you know, and gave them the chance. And it was also proven biblically too, you know. Even though the Bible has been, you know, abrogated so many damn times, you know, it got copywritten by different, you know, sects of Christianity, which was made by the false god Luaman. Y'all be careful, man. Y'all gonna mess up some stuff, man. Hold on. By the false god Luaman, he was pretty much at war with, you know, one of his little right-hand mans, Jabril, man. You know, who made Islam up. This is what we got on Earth now. So we're not even a part of that shit. That's what I'm saying. They try to get us involved with it. That's not us. We don't even have nothing to do with none of that. What we have to do with the one who helped us make this agriculture. That's who helped us out. Because we was able to go around the world and help with the agriculture. And we were able to travel the world. And we learned the science of, you know, spirituality and nature and life and the light of life, basically. Nobody else didn't really know. They had to be sent like certain gods and, you know, angels and shit to help these people, you know, raise up in frequency. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna move around now. Alright, thuggies. You know? So we're a little bit different, you know? They seen that when we came to America and shit, you know what I mean? We weren't eating our animals like that. And if we did, it was very rare, you know? So, also, what makes us very different, we'll be able to get back in tune as far as like with the breakup, learning our sciences, the new sciences that we'll be able to manifest, astrology, you know, just tapping into new things, real shit. Because right now you're gonna get gaslit and get gaslighting a lot of things on the earth, but people gonna kind of try to make funny and shit to see, because they know your ass gonna be raising up in frequency, like a bully would do if they see that, you know, damn, this mother got the potential. Because a bully can see the potential like it ain't shit. That's a mathematical, you know, term right there. Basically, as far as like potential, just multiplying the thought and see what the thought can produce, or seeing what this person is capable of. They can see that, and that's why a bully will try to bully your ass. So we're at a point where it's not that niggas in America is weak or anything of that nature. You have to be pretty strong to not jump into the murder, death, kill of people. But now we took it into our own hands and say, yo, we want to heal up. We have to be the ones to discuss what we have went through, the trauma. When we say post-traumatic stress and all of that, you know, we got to look at what really narcissism is, and being exposed to narcissism or borderline personality disorder. Very sexual individuals, women and men. You know, you got men that were naturally already cool with molesting young children and on the plantation or on our land, our borders. You know, and that trickled down through generations. Even if them boys were able to still have children. So we already know it's all about the spirit, but when you're in the flesh, it's like putting jeans on, and the spirit is like, oh shit, you know, it's hard. They have to be able to develop this discipline to be able to control those genes as they were developed through thousands of years. You know, this is why our ancestors put in that work. These people, the men, they're the one that did these things to us. And then we see with their women, I'm not to say it like that, they were having sex with barn animals and shit. We weren't doing none of that shit, man. Our women weren't doing none of that stuff. You know, we weren't into that. Our furthest we did was have sex with them. That's the lowest we ever went, man. And I'm not saying it in a bad way, as far as like, you know, that's just, you know, like there shouldn't be no emotions involved in that, but that happens to be. But when we're dealing with a borderline personality disorder individual, and you naturally get lower in vibration, my nigga, man, and you're not in control of your kundalini energy, this being has the power to suck your light out of you, because they're hypersexual, multi-orgasmic creatures. Like, we all know and was exposed to what the so-called woman of their culture would do. How they can say it was a lot of things. We see the statistics show about the crime rate of how their women done hurt a lot of black men and shit. You know, I even had a woman told me that. I ain't even had sex with that, but she was already saying like, you know, I'm gonna be right if I say something happened because there's a big black guy and all this shit. You know, they always throw that little cluster B personality disorder, borderline-ish out there real quick. You know, so you gotta be real careful. And when we seen, you know, with the football teams where a lot of women were getting gangbanged or whatever, they changed it into rape, and it just for them boys to lose their scholarships and shit like that, and people were at parties and people don't understand what goes on. Like, we got the P right here. It's animals out. You know what I'm saying? Don't understand what's going on at those sorority parties and all of that shit. It's like a lot of things going on, and something that they already do in their own culture, but we weren't used to that in our culture. In our culture, we were used to our women being, you know, it was hard to get them. You know, they knew how to keep us alone. We loved it that. We was always like some Michael Jackson, Bobby Brown, every little step I take on our woman and shit. Like, hey, you know, all up on her and shit. Why? Because we weren't having sex with her, man, right away. We weren't doing one-night stands and try to keep that type of relationship up. Because it's hard to keep a one-night stand relationship up. You're dealing with a borderline personality type of mindset then. You're going to naturally idolize and devalue a motherfucker real quick. And you're trying to hold on to a toxicity or toxic relationship that long is only going to prevent you from evolving and going on to move on with your own life. Hence, you have Stockholm syndrome. We all have Stockholm syndrome. This is psychology shit. And this is what they kind of want to get us stuck on and shit. Like, you know, but we knew and understood when we dealt with certain, in our genes, dealing with, you know, certain oppressive people, they have to bring their clouds in, because on them boats and shit, I had to show y'all real quick. They come in with the clouds. They don't do the cloud seeding too tough. But I see they got them antennas on them boats right now. It's crazy, man. Motherfucker come sit right directly in front of me. Yeah. Anyways, I know that button pusher in the back trying to mess up the whole the broadcast without a secret to the, you know, the anti couple, you know, gang stalkers around trying to listen real hard. You know, I'm over here minding business, so I wouldn't do it, but they wanna do it. I'm gonna show you the science. So anyways, though, it's unfortunate, you know, for a lot of our men, you know, to fall victim to certain sexual, you know, gratificational desires of these men who actually just self-gratify niggas, since it's been in their gene for the longest. Since they've been doing that shit since kids were kids, and then it's been proven that the shit's been going on, you know, in their culture. So what we're doing, we're gonna separate all our children and everything we got that we can from that type of, you know, environment, because we don't have to be involved into their curriculum in school, as far as school and colleges anymore. You know, like I said, I know these men. I don't know why the hell they sitting in front of me like this, but I can't turn the camera because they got the thing on it, but they sitting there. Anyways, but you know, we don't have to do that. And we always tried to find ways to not do it. Like I tried to find a way of doing the homeschool, and I did that with my seeds and stuff too. as far as like giving them the balance to go to school and be around other children, because I ain't gonna rob them of that also, you know what I mean? So, and I wanted them to be outside and be able to, you know, figure out the personalities and, you know, just dealing with people and be able to move around, because, you know, you're a spirit. And so when you're dealing with these type of spirits and who's like molesting spirits, I had to learn that just going to the damn YMCA when I was younger. I'm pretty sure any man who went to the YMCA, they should have understood the science of that, where it was older cats and walking around butt ass naked in front of them. And they have no shame in front of the children. They just now being able to separate the rooms for that, which that right there alone is trauma and molestation. It's a high molestation, but they don't want to let you know that. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be like it's okay for them. So hence the entitlement issue. And that's what we're just using psychology now, and that's what they're gonna be mad at, because we ain't gotta be saying like, you know, yeah, it's just mind issues and da-da-da. No, we got to straight up pinpoint what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with borderline personality, psychotic individuals, hypersexual motherfuckers, all the way from when they're young to when they're old. So it's like kind of best for you not to even really be dealing. Well, you can deal with them, most high let you deal with them, but you just can't be passing on the seed. The seed is where you get on. You know, a lot of the natural cultures didn't realize that. But as far as like us, we'll have to be able to, you know, hold fast and keep back to our own family, and, you know, get back to our own food, our own evolution of food. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, I can't see y'all little comments and stuff that. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, I can't see y'all little comments and stuff that I was on the game because you know, button pushers and shit. But anyhow, though, what we'll be doing is just kind of like almost afraid of a narcissist who kind of be a little bit afraid. You know, when this woman got to break up with him and he might find a whole new way of living and shit, or she might find a whole new way of then that's how they feel. And we've been dealing with them so long, we knew how to become the best supply source that you could possibly have. Like, we know how to be able to pull you in, be the bait and the catch at the same damn time. It's just in our genes now, you know? And that's how it is. Just like how we had to go and get jobs, you know, as far as like, you know, dealing with interviews and shit, sitting straight up, tie all nice and shit. You got to be right there, and, you know, all this stuff. Damn near straight up perfect and shit, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, perfect and shit, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, we already got to understand how to deal with it. So when we had immigrants coming to America, they didn't know and was pretty much happy. Let me see if I got my game on. Was pretty much, you know, happy that they did such. The only reason, you know, as far, the ones who actually got close to them, the ones who didn't, it's a little different, you know. You know, they were, you know, they still kind of like wanted to be, as far as like wide eyes, you know. Like I said, offensive behavior comes from a cluster B personality disorder spirits. Because when you do right, you're gonna get mud's gonna get laughed. So, of course, I'm down here like this. Look how I'm looking up. I got my little cover up right there. I got my legs out. You know, when you're in a certain situation where you're outnumbered, they will act a little funny to them. You know, try to do something to get you to respond, trigger you and shit. Because you're naturally triggering, you know what I mean? Because your being is. That's why. This is why another reason why it matters is for us to be by lonesome. Motherfuckers can't even handle us in public, man. Let me check. I have a good front row seat looking at it. Another reason why, you know, niggas, as far as for FBA, because we don't even get treated like this around the world, no matter where you go. We need to be by ourselves, because motherfuckers can't handle us, man. And not one bit. They come visit us, you know. We have to be in a situation where they can come visit us. You know, they keep messing with the little button. You know, I don't really care about people, you know, I don't walk, if I see somebody recording, I wouldn't walk past them. I'd walk around them. You know, some people want to be offensive. That's a part of the game. That's why we got to be separate, because people can't even handle our energy and shit. Just us being triggers a motherfucker. They want to trigger us just because we trigger by breathing, motherfucker. Like, oh shit, bird jump on this nigga. Oh, you know that motherfucker. Yes, this is men. So, and also proves we got to separate ourselves just due to our kundalini, because they already worship our sexual energy. We're going to have to go celibate, man, as men. For real, for real. And it's a few men that's been like, yo, man, I've been on 2 years, I got it on 7 years, all that. You know, we up there now, you know what I'm saying? So we actually changing the actual program of the planet, or the plane. That's what you got to do. The ones who are like the Israelites or whatever, who call themselves the Israelites, at this stage on the mass level, bro, you know what I mean? I'm doing it, shit. The Israelites, they all should do it. Every one of us this year should be celibate. I'm already in the game. I'm showing you it can be done. If you do this and you bring it into the game, show them how powerful you truly are, you mean lesson for their women or nothing, because that's what they're going to throw at you, their women or them at a point. Shit, they'll be like, they the ones that really want you and shit. That's why we gotta be separate, because they can't handle us. I'm talking about as far as like the one that's been around us in America for the longest. Not everybody else. Everybody else kind of appreciate our talents that we got and our gifts, so they kind of cool with that. You know, how we move, how we dance, how we groove, and how we carry ourselves. It's cool to be around us and shit. You know, but the ones who's been around us, who's been violating the blessings that's been coming to them, as far as like just winning all kind of shit on everything. You know, fucking Olympics and everything for professional teams, man. Everything. They just don't appreciate it. Now you at a stage where you can be able to pull back, unless you just want to stay in the game. If you want to stay in the game, I understand. You know what I'm saying? You want to be around them and be up on them, I understand. You know? But we're striving to go ahead and get our own, you know, as far as like our own doctrine, our own doctor. We don't have to be getting you know, validated by them. It's almost like they're trying to make us, if we're dealing with psychology, they're trying to make us be dependent on their validation, which we're striving to be dependent, which is the best psychological and emotional standpoint one should be in. You shouldn't want to make nobody dependent on you because you have a narcissistic disorder too, to show that, hey man, I'm afraid of abandonment too. We're talking about a whole group of people, as far as like a whole bunch of different people. So they fear their abandonment of the nigga not paying attention to everybody no more, as we did, having that access to our attention and our energy that day. Yo, bro, hey man, you know, that love that they feel throughout the day. You know, and it's not that we hate people with being able to get our own everything, arts and sciences and healing facilities, getting our babies back out of the systems, and you know, establishing boundaries, because a narcissist doesn't like that shit. You establish a boundary, a narcissist hate that, man. You be like, look, hey man, you can't reach over me and shit. They're like, reach over you? What you mean? I've been giving you this. I can reach over you if I want to. Oh, you can reach over in there? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So the disrespect is basically gone too far, and it's already been going too far too long ago. So it matters as far as like niggas being able to go in here and just get down, and it's like, yo, just leave a nigga alone. We're not offensive. We don't run up to nobody, offending anybody. We're not our black police officers are not dragging out any other immigrant officers nowhere. You don't see it. We're not doing that. It's not even in our heart. Our mama raised us right. There's no officers that we know of too much that is dragging out immigrant citizens or whoever you want to call out their cars. You know, we never even said anything. I don't even hear about the Miranda rights no more. I ain't gonna even build on that. But you know, it's just like, you know, as far as like, hey, we're not doing these things. Our mamas taught us, even though they was one parent households at a time because it was designed to do these things, to split up. Now everything's coming together, you know, and like as it was in the old. We got the flies out. So I got the eyes around it. So the India Superior is in America. That's what the true Hindustan, you know, the India's minor over on that was ours, you know. So just to clarify and everything up on that, because I know they kind of disrupt the broadcast to make sure that, you know, the rhythm is off a little bit, but it's cool though. Anyhow though, the ones who rock with it, they draw the cream up out of it. You can't believe everything you get as far as like with their books. They already copywritten them, even the Awaski. They just get the cream out of it for what it is. If they're building on the resurrections, you kind of showing that there's 1, 2, and 3 resurrections. You got 1, 2, 3 Van Allen belts. You know what NASA talks about. It's the only reason it shows that, you know, humans can't get to the moon. Just because of that, you can't get past the 3rd Van Allen belt. And you know, in the Book of Enoch kind of talks about that a little bit. But you got to put it together.